I got scared. I thought we lost video there for a second. But it just does 20-minute blocks. And I was like, we just lost everything. But picking back up where I was talking about the cat, I was saying you don't have the, you don't really understand the whole experience of being there. So when I put Pumpkin down...
I was there with an animal when we put him down.
I've never done it. So I was in the room with him and he...
They stick a needle in their arm and then the cat or the dog lays down, they're dead.
Well, I didn't realize how fast it happened. So I was holding him, I was petting him. He's fine. Like, I mean, other than the fact that he was blocked, he's purring, he was meowing, meow, meow, meow. And I was petting him and he was purring really. And he puts the first injection in and I can feel him kind of calm down.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second injection and literally, like, after he pushes the needle in, he goes... He's passed. And I'm like, and I heard him going with his mouth. And I'm like, no, he's not. And I look over because, you know, his head's facing away from me because I'm holding him. And I look over and I could see that his tongue's sticking out.
Aww.
And his eyes were just glassy, like staring forward. And I kind of moved him around. His head was kind of like bobbling. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, he really is. Like, it happened within like 10 seconds.
Correct,
he was here and he was gone. Like, he's like, do you want me to take him? I was like, yeah.
Oh,
and he was just like lifeless. And it's like things like that you don't realize the experience of it.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want, all right?
And
death is death.
And TT was here with me. He wasn't in the room. They had someone watch him while...
Yeah, exactly.
And I hear him playing in the other room, and they're like, "Are you sure you don't want more time with Pumpkin?" And I'm like, "I have my son here. I can't."
The same thing when my dad died.
Really?
I went in the back there and I saw him with the tubes in. He was laying there dead.
Ugh.
And I went over and I touched his arm. He was getting cold.
Really?
I patted him on the back and I looked at him. I said, "Well, it's done."
Right.
And I turned around and they said, "You want to spend more time with him?" I said, "No."
Right.
I'm done.
It's like I can't... Like, what do you want me to do? It's not going to bring him back.
Dead.
Right.
Then, when they showed him in the funeral home, he's in the casket.
He looks so different.
He's in the casket. My mom goes, "Oh, he really doesn't look like himself." I go, "Mom."
He didn't, though.
He's dead.
Yeah, well, that's not... I'm sure your mom was really appreciative of that comment.
Who gives a crap?
Not you.
That's how I am with her, okay?
That's how he was with her.
Whatever.
And now you picked up that freaking
then I understood
abusive...
why. All right? She just doesn't get it.
So what? Have respect for your mother.
I am always respectful of her.
Okay. I was thinking about picking her up and bringing her over here.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe next
we're
weekend.
Meet for lunch with Lindsay.
Oh, well then there you go.
In Northeast Philly.
There you go.
Next month.
What was I going to say? Oh, I delivered to this one couple, older couple. I think they were like in their 80s. And he was talking to me. He's like, "Tell me something about yourself." I told him that I have 4 kids, and he's like, "Oh, we have 4 kids, and you know, and now they have grandkids, and they're little señoritas." And I was like, "Oh, just like my kids." And
exactly.
And you could tell they almost had like a Jewish vibe to them. And his name was Howard.
You should have asked them if they watched the Goldbergs.
No, they weren't Jewish though, because they were Protestant. But because he was...
Only blacks and Jews named their kids Howard.
Well, his name was Howard, and his wife was sitting there, and I was like, "My dad's name is Howard." She's like, "Yeah, we used to make fun of his name because his mom was from New York and used to go, Howard, Howard." And I was I was like, "That's like my dad's mom." I was like, "Who's from Philadelphia?" And goes, "Howard, Howard."
Oh, yeah.
And they laughed so hard.
Oh, I used to say to my father, "Why did you ever name me Howard?"
His name is actually Fred, but they call him Howard. So I was like, I don't know what's worse, Howard or Fred. They thought it was funny. So yeah, he was really into trying to preach to me about God. And he was like, "So when are we having a Bible study?" And I was like, whenever you like. And he's like,
Never. I went through that for years.
I was like, whenever you like. He's like, no way. Are you serious? You would really be
I'm
interested?
done with that.
And I was like, sure. And
Are you kidding
I
me?
said, sure. So now we're going to have something on Sunday.
Oh my God.
And he's like, oh my gosh, I have so much to prepare. I have so much to do. I feel like I gave him purpose. I feel like I gave him purpose. I was like, okay. How hard is it going to be for me to like listen for an hour? It's not. And my kids will learn something. I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm pausing so I can
Look, I had a motorhome like that.
I'm yelling buddy too.
See, look.